When Donald Trump gets into office and enacts his tariff plan, especially if he goes forward with his plan to put a 25% tariff on all goods coming from Mexico and Canada, there will be no part of this country that is not affected by that, okay? Every single one of us. Doesn't matter your income level, doesn't matter where you live, doesn't matter how you voted, we're all going to be affected by these things. But according to economists, residents of one particular state are going to get screwed faster and probably harder than anybody else in the country. And for you Schadenfreude lovers out there, that state happens to be Texas. According to the report, because of its proximity to and integration of supply chains with Mexico, Texas would see a disproportionate impact from the tariffs, which we estimate to be about $46.9 billion in yearly gross state product and approximately 370,000 jobs, said the Perryman Group CEO Ray Perryman. And Perryman, a financial analyst, said the U.S. economy would lose about $250.6 billion in annual gross domestic product and 1.97 million jobs. So the U.S. economy is going to lose $250 billion because of the tariffs, but Texas is going to lose roughly $50 billion, meaning 20% of the impact we see from these tariffs, 20% of the economic losses are going to be centralized to Texas. The report continues. Because it shares a border with Mexico, Texas is also poised to suffer from imposed tariffs, experts say, because of a reduction in traffic and cross-border business. According to Governor Greg Abbott's office, Texas and Mexico trade totaled $272 billion last year, and Mexico accounted for $142 billion in importing to Texas. Mexico has been Texas's top trading partner for at least the last 16 years consecutively. Top imports from Mexico to Texas include nuclear reactors and related parts, electric machinery, including TV equipment, and vehicles and vehicle parts. The price of pickup trucks alone imported from Mexico will increase by about $3,000 per vehicle on average. And this is all localized to Texas, right? The tariffs are going to hit Texas harder and faster almost immediately compared to everybody else. And I don't need to remind you how Texas voted in this last election. And hey, guess what? You're getting what you wanted, right? Y'all wanted the border closed down, or at least your elected officials did, the people your state chose. So, you wanted this. You wanted Trump. You got him. Here it is. And you planted a big old field of oopsie daisies, didn't you? Because you're going to get screwed. I'm not going to delight in the suffering of anyone. I'm absolutely not going to take joy in it. So please don't take this the wrong way. But I also don't have sympathy. I'm numb to it at this point. Bad things are going to happen. I don't want bad things to happen. But I'm not going to have sympathy for the people who voted for this. Donald Trump was very clear with what he was going to do. You knew it. You either chose to ignore it or you chose to not educate yourself. But either way, you made the conscious choice to disregard this information when Trump was telling you every day what it would do and the economists were telling you every day what that would do. So if you didn't educate yourself or you chose to not believe it, that's on you. And so are the consequences here. So I'm not going to take any joy in your suffering, but I'm not going to feel bad for you either. You made your bed. You have to lie in it now. We all have to lie in it, unfortunately. Even those of us who didn't vote for it will get screwed. Those folks, I do have sympathy for. It gets worse because it's not just Mexico. Trade between Texas and Canada totaled $71 billion last year, making the Great White North Texas's second largest trade partner behind Mexico. Major imports include mineral fuel and oil, vehicles and vehicle parts, and nuclear reactors and related parts. There's another part of it too. You know all that oil that the United States brings in every year goes from Canada because that's actually our top place to get oil from. Travels in those pipelines, travels on rail, travels in trucks. Do you know where most of it goes? Texas. And did you know that Donald Trump is not going to exempt fossil fuels, at least as of now, he says he's not, from his tariffs? So all of that oil that Texas is importing from Canada is immediately going to have a 25% higher price tag on it, which means they may have to bring in less. So suddenly we're looking at a situation where one of the top industries in Texas, the fossil fuel industry, they control the state, right? We're going to see massive layoffs. We could see tens of thousands of workers immediately losing their jobs. And we still pay at least 25% more for fossil fuel products. And that is, again, a 100% result of Donald Trump's tariffs. So, to kind of wrap it up again, the immediate effects will be felt in Texas. It will then shortly thereafter spread to the rest of us. Texas will get hit first. It'll get hit because of the fossil fuels coming from Canada as well as the other goods. And it'll get hit because it's right there on the Mexican border. And you're going to stop a lot of cross-border trade and travel. So Texas gets it first. And then it spreads to the rest of us. But Texas will continue to be the hardest hit from this. So Republicans in Texas, this is your teachable moment, okay? This is where you learn. This is where you realize that, yeah, your votes do have consequences. And hey, maybe all those threats of transgender people weren't all that real, but the threat of economic collapse was. Maybe you'll take that with you in the future. I know a lot of them won't. A lot of them are still going to vote on party lines thinking that the Republicans are the ones who are going to save us no matter what. I'm here to tell you it's not going to happen. And I'm not happy that you have to learn this lesson this way. But I am hoping that you do learn from it. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.